Well, hello everybody. Welcome to RPM for round 8 in China, and we are in low gear for tonight. So hopefully everything goes well. I am your host tonight, the guy with amazing Wi-Fi. So everything should be running smoothly, hopefully. So as we wait for the cars to come out, and already at the ski has retired from the session. So hopefully my mic is working and all of that, but pretty strange how he's retired already, so yeah, very strange, but that won't help him at all unless he plans to start on the hards at the back. But this track is incredibly tricky, so yeah, track is incredibly tricky, and Big Puggy has retired as well, so we could see some spinners on the last corner possibly, but it's highly unlikely. But I did see Rick spin off on Monday, so yeah, anything is possible around here. So let me just load up, try and load up tasks and see if it is all fine and working today. And okay, and oh, Atlas has a quali ban. Oh, I didn't see that, but makes sense. And now Go's retired as well. Evening, Colin. So good to see you here in the chat. Hopefully Richie does well tonight, gets that podium, and yeah, really hope Richie does well tonight. Could have won last time out, but unfortunately the safety car came out, and now we're going to go on board with Mikkel for the first lap around China. And well, that looked to be a good lap of 133.4. That's an alright lap around here, especially with how there's not a lot of grip around here. So yeah, and now we have 19 drivers, as I believe Goey has Goey did make his way into the session. So yeah, and he retired not to probably bug out the lobby. So now let's go on board with Spifey as he rounds out his lap, and Spritty sets a 132.8. That's a pretty decent lap time there. As Spifey comes across the line, he sets a 134.0, 1/10 off Smithy, who's slotted in front of him in P3. So yeah, evening backer. And currently the old man is on provisional pole right now, and Rauchen's got himself up in the P2 with a 133.1. Slowly starting to close up on Spritzy. I'll check who the championship leader is in a moment, but the old man seems to be on the in lap now. Hopefully the old man, age of 69, doesn't bin it. Now let's go further down the grid, and Richie's on the lap, so let's go on board with him, see how he does, and head into Sector 1. Purple apparently, but I need to check task real quick, see if that actually is a real purple lap. Meanwhile, carrying on watching Richie, taking it nice and easy through this tricky middle sector, not wanting to get on the curbs that much and ruin his lap possibly. Gone a little bit wide there, all getting very close there, could have invalidated there. He's still keeping it on track. And now, let me go and look for tasks. And I need to go and look anywhere else. And currently I see the Mighty Facts giving Richie a tow down the main straight, back straight, but it wasn't that much of a big tow. But Westy sets at 132.7. Wow, that's pretty surprising there. I didn't expect that from Westy, but provisional pole now. The old man behind. And oh, that's a little bit bugged there. And Richie goes across the line. That goes even quicker than that. So currently the top three separated by 1/10. Nay, 2/10. Wow, very close. Very, very close. And Crago's up in the P4. And I believe he might be on another lap possibly. I don't really think so. But he slots in 3 thousandths in front of Rauchen. So that's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Oh, I'm in game chat. That's not good. Let me just quickly, sorry for technical difficulties, let me just quickly go into a party real quick. Forgot. And here we go. Now let's get back focusing on low gear, and Crago's in the pits now. So now the old man's on another outlap, so we're just currently waiting for a few drivers. Let's go on board with the Mighty Facts on a lap right now, heading into the final corner, getting close to the wall, not wanting to bin it like Rick did yesterday and set to 141.1. Nearly 2 seconds off his teammate, not 2 seconds, but like 1.5 seconds off his teammate, so he would want to improve obviously. The Maverick's actually on the medium tyres, which is surprising to say the least. And quite a few drivers still in the third lap. Let's go on board with this Squatter as he's on his lap. Clipping the curb there, you don't really want to do that on your lap. Going, try to take the fastest route and set to 133.6, so pretty decent lap there. Puts him up in a P9. Now, currently waiting for a few drivers to finish our laps, but let's go on board with Mikel again, who's on his lap now. Now he's in turn 1, not wanting to clip the curb on the apex and maybe spin around, and now has to be very careful on the traction zone here. Nice and easy. Now shifting up through the gears into heading into sector 2 now. Taking it nice and easy. Yellow flags ahead. Hopefully there's no collision up there. Hopefully it all sorts itself out. Now we see Mikel in this tricky sector 2. Wants to keep it close to the curb as he possibly can. Now shifting down the 4th, possibly no, keeping it in 5th gear. Confidence there. Now that's easy, clipping the curb on the outside, now on the inside. Let's see if you could possibly get some slipstream on the car head. Oh, getting a little bit out of shape there, but seems that worked in his favour as he's able to turn in very sharply and get the run out of this corner. Now onto the main straight. I wonder if he is up on his time. And now as he heads into the penultimate corner, the hairpin, then comes out of it. Nice and easy on the traction, and then into the final corner. Let's see how he takes it. Does he clip the curb? A little bit. holding in 5th gear now to the line. He sets a 132.9, 5/10 improvement. I'm sure there's a lot of time for him to gain, as he did make a little bit of a mistake. But is that a Red Bull slowing down? Yeah, Red Bull slowing down there a little bit. And then there's Ritzy setting a 132.1, getting very close to the 131s. I mean 132.1, but getting very close to the 131s there. Still 1/10 off. The old man needs to find a 10th on his final run if he's able to get one off. And Vouchers actually sets a 132.3, 8/10 improvement from him. 3/10 quicker than Westy. Not Westy, I mean Richie. And another yellow flag. So a lot of yellow flags are around. But now let me actually finally try and attempt to open tasks now, as I now have the chance to. And now do this, do that. And Richard's going off track there. Let's see if anyone's on the actual lap. Roosevelt seems to be on the lap now, so let's take a look and see what he's doing. So now he heads. Give me a second here. And now heading to this tricky corner here. Marginally up on his time. Also made a mistake on his lap before, and I'm going very wide there, hitting the curb. That's not what you want to do. But he luckily escapes it, and it's a spin. Now heading down this back straight, pretty simple, just foot flat to the floor, and see how he takes this hairpin here. He gets into it and clips the curb nicely, but goes extremely wide on the exit, so that's going to cost him a lot of time there. Let's see, will he hit the curb possibly on the inside? He does, but does it in 4th gear, so not carrying the speed like he wants to, and sets a 134.2. Puts himself under P14, and the Maverick's actually on the soft tires, 6 up, so let's see what the Maverick can do. 6 up already in the first sector. Now heading through the tricky sector 2. This is where most people are usually caught out on the curbs, and taking it very nice through there. Clipping the curbs, going a little bit wide there. You don't usually want to go wide there, and obviously going wide on the exit of this corner, that's what you usually want to do. 1.4 seconds up, so sorry, 1.4 seconds up, so doing very well on this lap. Plus you see him go up into top 10. But we have to wait and see. And now down the main, I keep saying the main straight, down the back straight. Into the hairpin now. See, a little bit of a lock up there. Nice, making it very nice. Now through the final corner, clipping the curb there. Oh, he's spinning off and he's not in the wall, but done a full 180 there. So he nearly done what he nearly done a Rick there, but luckily he's able to keep out the wall. I'm sure he'll get out the way for his teammate, who's, I believe, on a lap now. Oh, there we go. But it says he's on 2-lap-old tyres. No, that's not. No, he's on fresh tyres. I must have had it on the wrong setting. Now, Sinful got P3 last time out, but unfortunately retired on lap 1. So let's see if he's able to repeat what he did last week, except for retiring, obviously, as he wants to bring points home for Mercedes. But now, heading through the middle sector, I keep repeating myself, heading through the tricky middle sector. Not getting too close to the curbs, but seems to be all nice and clean there. Now, heading. I really need to learn the corner names, because I just keep repeating myself, and I believe that is his teammate who has spun off. Yeah, it is the Maverick spun off there, and going back on board Sinful, he's currently 2 temps down, so yeah. And I cannot check tasks, it doesn't seem to be working for me, so I don't know whether it will be a dry race, but judging by a few people trying the mediums, it might not be a wet race. Now going on board with Zinful again, let's see what he sets. 133.1, 4/10 improvement there, so was getting a lot of time in that last sector, and now the old man is going to go on a lap, provisional pulse here. Let's see if he's able to secure it for himself. And yeah, let's see what the old man can do. Let's go on board with the old man. And there was a lap for the old man, but he didn't improve. He's 1/10 down, so looks like his experience didn't help him in the end, so it's not great. But let's go on board with Richie, who's on the lap right now. Let's see if he's able to dethrone the old man from provisional pole. As we now go on board with Richie and the Mighty Frack, and the Mighty Frack surprisingly goes in the P6. What an amazing lap from him. That is all that he will be able to do. And now Richie making his way through Sector 2 now. Wanted to keep it nice and easy. Not wanted to go full throttle through there, but it's part of Richie's plan. Let's see what he's able to do, holding it in 4th gear there. Short shift in the 5th, and then Craigo goes pole! Oh my, what a lap from Craigo there. Dethroning Spiritsy right there, oh wow. That is a lap. That is a lap. We haven't seen this type of pace from Craigo, but let's keep focusing on Richie. P5, let's see if he's able to take this provisional pole. Hopefully his teammate ahead gives him the slipstream. And I believe that is what he is doing. He is giving Richie the slipstream. Giving Richie the slipstream, but didn't seem to work as planned. And now Richie heading to the final sector. Nice and easy there. Jumping over that curb. Now he heads through the final corner. Nice and easy. Come on, Richie. To the line. Oh, he misses out. Only improved by 1/10. Starting P5 for Richie there. I wonder if Richie's on the lap, but no, he's into the pits, so very unfortunate. But I see Wesley's on the lap. He did pretty good, well on his first lap. Let's see if he's able to move it up the grid. Now heading through the final corner. Low fuel and barely moves up the grid, but he doesn't even improve his grid slot. Starting P8 for him. So wow, that was very unexpected from Craigo there. A pole position for him. So any predictions? Any predictions for what will happen in the race? And it's looking very good for Ashton right now. P3 and P4, so there seems to be a fight going on now. This race is going to be very exciting. Hopefully there's no turn 1 carnage. Hopefully it's not raining, because it'll make it even worse. And yeah, there's no way anyone will want to drive in the rain around here. And Craigo taking pole position by 3/100ths. Wow, that's an amazing lap there. But that's 1 second off what I can do. So let's see what I can do on Wednesday. But now we just wait for the drivers to move on. Let me just take a look at the championship, because now I actually have the time to. Now, championship standings. I'll take a look at the constructors as well. And he's leading the championship by 35 points, so he is close to Spitzy, but his teammate's in the way. Hopefully his teammate doesn't give him too much trouble when he eventually wants to get past. Now, let's take a look at the constructors. And it's sunny, so guess that answers your question, Colin, from earlier. And just looked at the constructors, and Aston Martin are in the lead by only 20 points. So with Atlas Ski starting at the back because of his qualifying ban, so that's not going to help Alpine catch up with both Astons in the top 5. Seems to only be a fight for between Alpine and Aston Martin. Aston Martin, I believe, is the only team. Well, Logan Aston Martin's the only team to get a 1-2. So this whole season. So explains why they are obviously leading the championship. Now, let's take a look at what tyres the drivers chose. Put this on, that, and look at that. All of the top 10 on the softs, obviously, but everyone else is either on the mediums or the hards. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hard runners, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 medium runners. So well, it's a lot of strategic difference from all the drivers. But there's one thing that all the drivers have to take into account. Will you box if there is a lap 1 safety car? Because the hards can do the entire race, and they are the best tyre to be on. So if I was, for example, Craigo, there's a safety car out, and I'm leading, obviously. Would I box for the hards and go to the end? If I was in that position, I would. Because the hards are an amazing tyre. They're very consistent. They make it to the end of the race. You don't have to pit again, and your strategy's sorted. You just have to drive, and it's just on you to drive. But the hard runners won't really be enjoying that, as they will be already on the hards and will start the box later on, unless there will be a late safety car, which is a high chance of that. But you don't want to risk it, because there could be massive gaps between drivers, because seen on Monday, gaps form very quickly because of how Sector 2 is. Nice, very twisty, and yeah. So if gaps do form, the hard runners might be in a little bit of trouble due to the fact that cars, unless you crash yourself, which is unlikely, you're not going to get a safety car, because 2 cars have to be close to cause the incident, but nobody wants to cause a safety car. Hopefully. But now I see the drivers are lining up on the grid. Craigo on pole, followed by Sretzi, Rauchens, and Eek, and Richie slotting in P5. He seems to have good pace. We might have to keep an eye on him the whole throughout the race. And obviously, I'm gonna say that because I'm a fan of Richie, but he seems generally fast, like he's been the past few races. Got that podium in Singapore, lost out unfortunately due to a late incident for a podium in Japan. Let's see if he's able to take back what he lost. Now wait for the lights to go out. Hopefully it's not too long. And here we go. Now the lights will begin to go off, and now I see 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are off. And I didn't get to say, okay, let's go. But anyway, Craigo seems to get a good start. Oh, wow, Rauchen's trying to go up the inside of Richie. Of Spritzy already. And look at that, Eek's going around the outside of Spritzy. Will he be able to hold it? And no, it's Rauchen's going around the outside. And Spritzy's going up the inside of Craigo. Spritzy takes the lead. Or will he? Will Craigo have to run out of this corner? And no, he doesn't. Spritzy takes the lead, I believe. No, they're still going side by side. There's a lot of movement throughout the field, and Spritzy takes the lead. No, I keep saying that, but yeah, Spritzy now does take the lead, and a little bit of touch in there. But Rauchen seems to be looking to make the move, and yellow flag at the back, and it seems to be an incident between Sinful and both Red Bull drivers. No, and Ukala, both of them having a collision. Hopefully nobody has damage from that. But meanwhile, focusing back on the front, Rauchen's very close to Craigo there. Craigo's had a horrible start. He's already losing time to Spritzy, and he's under pressure from Rauchen, so you could possibly see the move on the back straight. But Craigo really struggling already. I don't think he has the grip. I don't think his tires might be warmed up enough, but he's losing time, and Rauchen looks to be trying to make the move already on this straight. Let's go on board Rauchen to see if he's able to possibly make the move. Draining the battery now, so is Craigo. But it looks like Craigo's actually gaining on Spritzy. Could we possibly see him go down the inside? No, he backs out of it. He could have done it, but he didn't want to. And then Eek slotting 6 tenths behind, and Rauchen looks to have an amazing run out of this penultimate corner. Now heading to the last one, and there's another yellow flag, and that looks to be Big Puggy dropping a position. But now Rauchen's still close within Craigo, draining the battery, trying to maintain the lead. Not the lead. Oh, Craigo's gone off. Oh, and he taps Rauchen. Oh, and he's getting very close there, but avoided it. And now Reggie's up in the P2. Reggie's in P2. This is amazing. Wow. Reggie in P2, that's a fortune for the drivers, but it looks like a Haas has gone off as well. It's already turn 1 cars, and Craigo from pole position down to P17, maybe P18 possibly after this. But what? Oh, that's unfortunate, but look at that. Richie in P2. That's what you love to see. Well, obviously, that's what I love to see, but not what McLaren wants to see or Aston Martin wants to see, as Ferrari are their rivals. But let's keep an eye on Richie, see if he's able to extend the gap a little bit. And yeah, Eek's lost quite a few positions. Now Wesley's up in the P5 now, starting P8. Already made 3 positions, so yeah. And I didn't even see Atlas up in the P8 on the medium tyres from last place. Wow. That is amazing. Could he pull off a big puggy possibly? But remember, he will box at a hard, I'm sure of it. But meanwhile, focusing back on Richie, who's P2, and Spritzy's just ran away with it so far. Nearly 3-second gap already. Just that incident that Craigo caused on his own accord made a huge gap from Richie to Spritzy, and it looks like Rauchen is actually under pressure from Mikel, who's going to go up the inside. Rauchen's up into turn 1, and Rauchen's hanging it around the outside, but they're still going to be able to go side by side, as this will be the inside for him. But this will turn to the inside for Rauchen, and he's able to hold a position, but he most likely has lost time to Richie. Yes, he's lost 4 attempts off that. Must have had a bad exit in the last corner. Now Richie seems to have a decent gap to the car behind, and hopefully Richie follows the strategy the Ferrari guys did mention to him. Box lap 4 to hards and just go straight to the end, because it is worth it. And it seems gaps are already beginning to form. And oh, that's Westy who's gone off the track. He's gone wide, and has lost all the positions he's gained on that lap 1. And he's now under pressure from Atlas Ski, who's in P8, and I'm sure will move up into P7. And yes, he does. Oh wait, no! Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, getting very close to there. I remember back to 2020 when I was in RLH with Spritzy, and me and Spritzy had a contact like that as well. I believe it was Jones, but Jones unfortunately not racing tonight. But it was one of the two. I did race with one of the two like that. It was pretty close. But anyway, Atlaski makes his way up into all going wide there, and Spritzy and Wesley good traction there, but Atlaski stopped the inside. Let's see, will he? Another yellow flag there, and I believe that Sinful was spun. Yes, he spun. He did this 2018 Seb right there, and Atlaski did relinquish that position, and I believe my practice in the pits, and that's another yellow, I believe. So many yellow flags. Let's see if the Mike Frax has a damage possibly, or he's just no, he's doing a very strange strategy onto the mediums. I don't think he's gonna make it to the end. And look, Ratch is actually caught up to Richie. There's actually gapped to Mikel. So Richie starting to struggle on those soft tyres. Hopefully he does box in the next lap and puts on the hard tyres and stretches it to the end, which he will easily do, because the hards are the best. But let's see what Richie will do, as DRS is enabled, so could see Rauchens move up into P2. See how good his exit will be, and Richie not looking too good on the softs. His batteries drained quite a bit compared to Rauchens, and Spritzy has completely drained his battery. Gapping in my... I thought I saw something there, and that's Sinful, I believe. Was that the Maverick? I'm not too sure. I believe, yeah, it's the Maverick who's gone off on the hard tyres. Yeah, he's gone off, and seems a few places are being made, and yeah, Rauchens goes up into P. Oh, Rauchens is gone, and he's in the wall, but he keeps it on track. Oh, the curse, the commentator's curse. He did a Rick right there. And come on, Richie, you gotta box soon, man. You gotta box, Richie. You don't want to be stretching it for that long, man. You gotta box sooner or later, Richie. There's no point in staying out. The hearts will make it to the end. You gotta trust Colin on this one. But meanwhile, Big Puggy, P8 on those hard tires, so he's doing a masterclass right now on those hards, and along with Atlas Ski on those mediums up in the P6, but looks like Wesley still keeping up with him. Hopefully I get a good angle. Let's go up to the fight here. The battle for third, and that's another yellow flag, and I believe that's Rauchens. Yeah, still without a front wing, so yeah, he's got to do the whole lap, unfortunately, and that's not good. But Richie seems to still be gapping the cars behind by little every single corner. Hopefully he does box and try and attempt to undercut Spitzy, because the undercut is very powerful here on fresh tyres, because tyres wear out very quickly, especially if you're on the softs. So let's go on board with Spitzy, see if he pulls the pin on boxes already, and I believe that's Eek making his way up in the P3. And Spritzy, no, keeps on going. Richie, come on, Richie, you got a box now, Richie. You got a box now, Richie. And yes, he does box. Richie does box, so he's doing what we discussed. And Mikel's following him in as well, so let's see what tyres Richie goes on to. And let's see what Mikel goes on to as well. It would be pretty interesting. And Mikel's on the mediums. On the medium tyres, and Richie obviously going for the hards, trying to make it to the end, but Mikel on the mediums, that's a little bit on the he's stretching it a little bit there, and it seems these two will come out into clean air, and yes, Richie comes out into clean air ahead of Uklop and his rival Mikel behind Uklop, so that's not going to help him unless Uklop makes a mistake and Mikel gets past right away, which it looks like he might be doing, but no, Uklop's still in the way, which will be assisting Richie getting away with a stretched hard tyres. Let's see if Richie's able to cut the gap to Spritzy by a significant amount, and now the fight, there's a fight here, and this is for net P3 right now. Net P3 right now, and Mikel should undercut Eek significantly, and Uklop now letting him through. Oh no, space was not left there. That's a definite report there, if Uklop chooses to report it. But Mighty Frax is actually not that far behind as well, so he performing that strategy. And the ski gets overtaken by Big Puggy. Look at Big Puggy up in the P4 on those hard tyres. Wow. That is something you don't see. And I believe that is Eek in the pits now, and Spritzy's still stretching it. He might be trying to box in the mediums, possibly. But I know he'll be boxing to the sauce at the end of this race, and that is Big Puggy doing very well in those hard tyres. So any predictions? And hello, Shaq, good to see you. It's been a while. Hopefully you got your controller fixed, because I want you to join me soon on comms. And let's see how far Richie undercuts Eek. And Richie comes out ahead of Eek. Does Mikel do? And Mikel does not. He does not come out ahead, but he's on the medium tyres, so he will put Eek under pressure. Eek didn't lose that much time because the hards are not that good on the first lap you come out on them. So we could see Richie begin to gap a little bit, and see Eek struggle a little bit. But we have to wait until Sector 2, because this is where you can really tell, and Richie doesn't seem to be gaining time on Eek right now, but let's see if that's gonna change. But no, it doesn't look like it. It looks like Richie's struggling on the hard tyres, so that's not good. But no, seems to have 50%, but Eek has 100%. Has 100% battery, and Eek will not have DRS, so that is one thing Richie has been able to do. Keep Eek out of his DRS. And Mikel will have DRS, but let's double check to see whether he does have DRS. And no, he doesn't, but I believe he might be draining the battery, and Spritzy has boxed. Let's see what he boxes to. Oh, and it's to the hards, so he stretched his softs to lap 7 to ensure that the hards make it to the end. And Mikel actually makes his way up into P10. No, he doesn't, but got DRS on the main straight though. I believe Eek does as well, but I'm sure Mikel will. No, Mikel's not able to, and that's Mosqueta, who's net P5 right now, coming out at the back of this train now, and Richie's still trying to get grips on those hard tyres, so hopefully he does sooner or later, as he could potentially get overtaken by Eek later on. Sorry. And Richie has actually gained a lot of time. He's gained, I believe, 2 seconds on Spritzy, and that is a yellow flag behind, and I wonder who that is, and that is a spinning, and that's Mosqueta. He has spun, so that will knock him out for the running for net for P5 right now, as that will now belong to Westy now, who's 5 seconds off this train in front. And I believe that is Craig goes side by side with the Mighty Frax into Sector 2. So let's go on board with this and see who comes out on top. Mighty Frax on fresher tyres, but Craig, the pole sitter, does have a little bit of pace, so let's see if he's able to hold him off. And yes, he does. Now he's in with the DRS of Mosqueta. And then focusing back on front, and Eek is within 5 tenths of Richie, so could see a move here. But no, I believe he's too far back, so keep it. Not wanting to make the move, and oh, he gets an amazing run out of the penultimate corner, because Richie took a very defensive line, but Richie able to possibly hold it, and Eek tries to go around the outside, but Richie leaving the space. A very respectable move from Richie. Sorry. And let's see, does Eek go into turn 1? And he does. And Richie going around the outside, that won't potentially. And is Richie able to hold it around the outside? And I believe Richie is able to. Now the inside for him. Can he get good traction out of this corner? Going on board with him? No, but Mikel still not able to make the move on any driver so far. And it looks like they lost a second to because I don't know, that's a yellow flag on Smithy, was spun. So that's unfortunate there for losing their place to the Maverick. Both Mercedes down at the bottom. And now Richie's already lost DRS to Eek, so he really is struggling on those hard tyres, so this isn't going particularly well for him, man. Let's go to the front, because it seems like there's a battle brewing between a Big Pug and At the Ski. The fight for P1 on track. As speaking of battles, Spritzy making a move up into P5 right now. I believe that's Mikel and Richie going side by side now. Give me a good angle. And Mikel's drained the battery to get past, so we could see repass from Richie into next lap. So now, if I am correct, Spitzy net P1, Eek net P2, Mikel maybe net P3 if he's able to make it, but Richie looking to be the stronger driver right now on those hard tyres, as it looks like he seems to be getting to grip with them now. And now back at the front, looks like Atlaski barely holding on to DRS range of Big Puggy, and both drivers were last at the end of lap 1, and now they're up into a P1. And this is confirmation for all the stops that have been made. Big Puggy, Atlaski, Bruiserbirch, Octavio, Goey, Spifey have not boxed yet, so could get interesting. Because there could be a late safety, there could be a safety car, but it doesn't look like it, as gaps are beginning to form, except the fight between Richie and Mikel. Richie getting a little bit of out of shape there, losing a little bit of time there. 9/10, losing a lot of time there. Now let's take a look at positions gained. Now Big Puggy, who was actually last, is up in first. P19 start all the way up to first place now, and along with Atlaski, who started P17. No, P18. P18, yeah. P18. Started P18, and now up in the P2. And Bruiserbirch P13 up in the P3, and Octavio P15 to P4. And Richie doesn't look like to have passed Mikel. So not many battles, and it looks like Eek has closed up to Spifey. It also looks like Eek is actually starting to gain a lot on Spritzy, so could see a battle for championship lead later on if there is an eventual safety car. But Spritzy is on the fresher tyres, and now watching on board with Eek still stuck behind Spivey, so hopefully he gets past on that main straight, as he is constantly losing time behind these two cars. Gap to Spritzy currently 3.4. And now Spivey struggling on this one, and that's a yellow flag, and I believe that is the Maverick who has spun off. No retirement there, so no retirement so far. Everything seems to be running smoothly on here, and let's take a look and see if Eek's able to make the move, and I'm sure he is able to. Again, very close to the side of Spifey there, and nice easy move right there. Into P7, net P2, still on track. Now he'll begin to chase after Goey. And that's another yellow flag for, I believe, the Maverick. Or was that? Yeah, it is the Maverick. Now into the last place. Not going well for him. Don't know what's wrong with my throat, but let's get back into things. Now, the old man. That's another spin. Now, the old man. I haven't said that in a while, but here he is, the old man. Net P1, looking to get a second win in a row, and he's currently behind Octavio, 3 times behind. Oh, getting very close to that curb, so maybe a little bit of commentator's curse there, possibly, if he did spin on that curb. But now, especially patiently waiting for DRS to get past, and that is another spin for the Maverick. So he spun 5 times already this lap, I believe. So it's not going well for him. Or we might see him on the side of the road. And yes, we do. And now Spritzy, who has drained the battery this entire time just to extend the gap, now makes the move for P4 on track. I know, a little bit of a kind of late, and now his teammate at the ski boxes for I believe, the hard to the end. Let's see if I'm right, and yes, it is the hards, and I believe Roosevelt will be boxed into the hards as well. And RPM Esports actually made his way past Goey. Oh wait, he already did, I believe. That's another yellow. And now Richie struggling a little bit now, net P4, as Mikel's actually gapped him by a significant amount. Oh, sorry. Now focusing back on the front, and gap's now 4 seconds between Eek and Spritzy. And the Maverick has returned on the pits. I was just about to say, if you return on track, that would have been a definite safety car. Well, not return on track, I mean crash into the wall, but that would have been a definite safety car. And yes, he has retired from the race, and fortunate for the Maverick. My voice crack. Now Mikel looking to make the move on Goey for P5 on track, as Richie looking to make the move for P7 for P7 on track on Spivey. So it's starting to get a little bit boring. We're starting to see the guys on the fresher tyres begin to make their way up into their rightful positions, and now Goey going defensive, letting Mikel taking that place, and I believe that's Richie. Still not able to make it past Spivey. Spivey has a lot of ERS, so doesn't look like he's going to be getting out of the way anytime soon. But, oh, sorry. And Richie's going round the outside. What an unorthodox move there, and I believe get very close there, and let's see. Richie with the fresher tyres, but Spivey with the better battery, and Richie makes the move up into P7 on track. Now he can begin to chase after Goey, but his gap to Mikel's now 3 seconds, so just a lot of time. And now Mikel's gap to Eek is 3 seconds, and Eek's gap to Spritzy's 3 seconds as well, so 3 seconds galore there. As now Spritzy, as now I forgot, Big Poggy's still in the lead, 13 seconds ahead of Spritzy. He must really be banking on a late safety car. So amazing pace from Big Poggy. Oh, getting a little bit out of shape there. I wonder if he'll box soon. And saying that, he does, and I'm sure he'll be going to the medium tires to the end of this race. So, and I see the fact that's Craig go out. Is that a safety car? Is that a safety car? Oh, it's a VSC, and that's perfect for Big Poggy. Will that develop into a full safety car, maybe? And I don't believe it will. But Big Poggy, with the cheapest pit stop you could ever imagine, will, I'm sure of it, come out in P4. I was expecting P3, but P4 it is. And he's on fresh medium, so that's just put Big Poggy in the race right there. And well, everyone boxing under that VSC. And Big Poggy, oh, Big Poggy! Oh, Big Poggy with a drive-through penalty to absolutely destroy his race. Oh, Big Poggy, you just had to do it to yourself, didn't you? Oh, Big Poggy. It was all going your way. You could have possibly won on those fresh mediums. Oh, Big Poggy. Oh, looks like the old man is looking very happy right now up in P1, but Eek's gaining a lot now in that clean air. Controller that's his way up right now. Controller very overpowered here. And I'm sure Eek will be gaining rapidly. And Richie will be gaining on a Big Poggy now, who had to bottle it like a certain someone I know. Always Rick. But very unfortunate for Big Poggy with that drive-through penalty now. That will for sure destroy his race. But Aleski looking very, very good for P4 finish, making his way from last place to P6. It's looking very good for him. So, one if Big Puggy will serve it, yes. If I was Big Puggy, I would have at least stayed out for another, at least, until it tells you to come in, because you can still gain time on those mediums, then go into the pits. Very, very unfortunate for Big Puggy with that drive-through penalty. It's not what he wants. And he will slot into P9, P10, P9, I believe. No, in P10. Oh, and that sinful has gone round. Get out of the way there. Safe rejoin, and yes, it's nothing bad. Could have been a safety car there if he went into the wall, but doesn't look like it. And look at E gaining rapidly on Spritzy now. 2.8 to 1.9 or 2.1. As I say, it goes up. But he's getting a couple of tens already. Looks like he's going to be gaining even more. Controller OP. But still 12 laps within this race. Anything can happen. Late safety car possibly. And everyone's made their last pit stops, I believe. Sinful might have to make another pit stop. But Kill might have to make another pit stop possibly. I think he'll make it on for another 12 laps on those medium tyres. But eventually looking good for a podium. Now he's just taking it nice and easy. Hopefully saves the battery, because at the ski with 100% battery, starting to gain little by little on Richie. And I believe that's Big Puggy making a move on Octavio into this corner, which is a unusual place to make a move, but he makes it work. And that is Westy going down the inside Mosquito, but gets switchbacked and loses a place to and as I say, that Mosquito actually boxes, so yeah, he wasn't going to make it to the end, so he does box. And Colin, hopefully you're here. Richie's on the podium. I don't want to say nothing bad, but he's on the podium. I hope there's a red flag. I hope there were red flags. End the race, call it off. This is what I wanted to be. But let's focus on the fight for first right now. And that's a spinner, and I believe that's Rosebud. She was spun off on the hard tyres, so it's not good for him. Now focusing back on the front. And yeah, hello Luke. Yeah, Richard's on the podium. That's what you love to see. And that's another spin, I believe, for Rosebud. No, not another spin. I did see Big Puggy go purple in sector 1. So he might be going fast lap now. And Mikkel's actually on fresh mediums now, so he could take that fast lap as well. But one thing is that Atlas Ski is gaining. Not by much, but he's gaining little by little. And which could soon become under pressure from him. And he's not really saving the battery that much, so yeah. Whew. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. But meanwhile, looking at Eek again, 2.2 seconds off the lead. Both championship rivals in the wrong order right now. But Eek looking to gain and possibly just generally gain in the championship on Spritzy and extend that gap to 40 points again. But Eek needs to prove by a lot, and Big Puggy, yes, that's the fastest lap, 135.4 in the medium tyres, so very quick lap from him. But that could get taken away from Mikkel, who's shown a great pace this entire race. So hopefully saying that, and I believe Spritzy might have made a mistake there, because oh my days, look at that battery difference. Almost 80% battery difference there. I'm sure he can see that red light blinking. I'm sure he'll be draining the battery to get closer now. But focus on for the fight for P3. Atsuki just gaining. But he is draining the battery though, man. Richie's not really draining the battery, just keeping it 30%, while Atsuki's actually down to 70% from, I believe, which was 90 or 80%. And further back, I see Westy pretty close to Mesqueta, so could see him move into the hairpin at the end of the straight. But he doesn't have the ERS to make the move, but he does have the ERS, but it doesn't look like he's gaining. Now, after taking a look at that battle, let's go further down the grid. We haven't paid much attention to the last points of paying positions, but the Mighty Frax very close to Sinful. I believe very equal on the battery right now. But Sinful, but Mighty Frax is on the medium tyres, which will help him throughout the corners. And I believe that Sinful going defensive, and Mighty Frax trying to go around the outside there. Ooh, keep it clean. There we go. And Sinful and the Mighty Frax might try and go down the inside, but no, he backs out of it, and I believe he'll get a good run on this straight. And let's see if he's able to do it. And yes, he does get a good run. Does he go around the outside? And yes, he does, and it takes it very, very easily on those medium tyres. So Mighty Frax up in the P13, doing a good job for Ferrari now. Doing a good job, and back on the fight for first. Eek's getting closer and closer. Spritzy is actually starting to save battery now, as he knows that Eek will be constantly gaining and gaining and gaining. Spritzy's still draining the battery and has actually reached 0%, so ultimately he'll be losing time everywhere now. Without ERS, he'll be losing time everywhere. Still 9 laps to go. So this could get very interesting at the end of this race. And the Westie makes the move on Mosqueta for P5. Mosqueta, locking up the brakes, not wanting to go into the back of Westie. And AlphaTauri looking very good, along with Alfa Romeo. And look, Big Pug is actually starting to gain on Mosqueta and his teammate. So could we possibly see Westie get out of the way for his teammate, and Big Puggy tried to challenge Alex Hughes, stalled on his charge for P3. But meanwhile, Eek getting very, very closer. And the old man will be checking his mirrors. Hopefully, the old man, and that's Rauch's getting tapped penalty, but wrong Alpha. Wrong, did I say Alpha? Wrong Aston Martin. And Rauchens actually goes fastest on that lap as well, so I believe he might get the fastest lap point for that. But meanwhile, someone needs to make this a title for the finale of the season if the battle is still going on. Old Man versus Eek. That's the title, and that is an amazing title for a finale. If that is the case, if the championship does go down to it. And I'm pretty surprised Spritzy's still in low gear after last season, but anyhow, Eek is gaining and gaining. Come on, Eek, drain the battery. Spritzy has nothing left. He's got nothing left. The old man has nothing left. And Eek still not draining that battery. I don't think he's noticed that Spritzy's out of VRS. He should be seeing it now, but doesn't look like it. And now Atlas Ski getting closer and closer. And speaking of closer, look who's there, Big Puggy. After that drive-through, up at P7 again. And hopefully he's able to get past Mosqueta and his teammate to probably extend and get P5 on track, so he doesn't lose time because of that penalty. Meanwhile, come on, Eek, you gotta get closer to the old man. He's got nothing left in that battery. Mountains goes even faster than before, 3 times now, securing that fastest lap point for himself. Come on, Eek, you gotta drain the battery now. It's the last few laps, you gotta start draining it. He must see that Spritzy's out of VRS now. He's draining the entire battery just to maintain ahead by only just to keep out the RS range, but saving a little bit there, little bit. But Eek with that 70% advantage. 70%. Come on, Eek, you gotta drain the battery, Eek. And that is Uklap, who's been lapped now by the leaders. Meanwhile, there's a battle here, and I believe Westie might be letting his teammate through to attack Squatter now. And yes, it seems like it. Unless Westie made a mistake. And yes, and Big Puggy makes his way up in the P5, and I believe Westy might be trying to make the move up in the inside. Oh, that's a very, very aggressive move there to put himself up in the P6, and wow, what a move, what a double move from both alphas, looking very good here. And back with Eek again, 80% in that battery. Eek, I don't have to stress it again, I know you can't hear me, but you got 80%, use it. You got 6 laps. Spritzy to mid gear. I don't want the old man in my gear, sorry. There's no space for the old man, sorry. And Eek getting very, very close there, and yeah, Eek getting very, very close there, that's all I gotta say. And Eek, come on, drain the battery, Eek. Spritzy to mid gear. If you say that, Eek goes to mid gear as well, because Eek is as equally talented as the old man. Experience isn't key. Meanwhile, yeah, going very quiet now. And so I wasn't on board. But now Aleski's actually getting very close to Richie. But he's drained the battery, as I said. He's drained the battery just to get closer. But Square has actually made his way up to the P6 again, and Westy trying to retake the position again. And I believe Westy might try and make the move on this major straight, but Square has the battery to maintain the position. So, yeah, flag. Scratches. Okay, no problem there. But Eek, last 5 laps, you got to drain the battery and give the old man a run for his money. Still maintaining on board with the with Eek. Come on, Eek. Don't get a penalty. Don't get a penalty on me. Eek getting very, very close. Eek, you gotta drain the battery, man. Come on, drain the battery. It's so there. 80%, 86%. Spritzy's got 25. Spritzy's actually saving. Spritzy's actually saving. Drain the battery. Drain it. Oh my. Oh, now he's draining it. Come on, Eek. Drain the battery. Eek's actually going to start using the battery now. We could see a fight on our hands, ladies and gentlemen, or just me, mostly gentlemen. But Eek might start draining the battery. Hopefully he does. Meanwhile, Aleski, very close to Richie now. Only a 10% advantage on Richie, but still not within DRS range of him. He's still 1/10 out. And Big Pug's actually starting to gain on both of them. Meanwhile, Eek still not draining that battery. 4 laps to go. I'm not sure if he's thinking about the championship here, but that's your rival, you gotta pass him. But he is gradually getting closer without draining the battery. Spitzy's leaves starting to struggle a little bit. And yeah, he sure has to drain the battery on this little bit of a stretch of a road here. As he's within. Drain it! Drain it! You're so close! Oh, I think he's in! Oh no, I don't think he is. I'm not too sure. He might be in. Yes, he is in. He's in. He's in DRS. Eek's within DRS range. So here we go. Is he? He's not, but he's 5/10. He's within 5/10, so he got a really good exit out of there. But Spritzy, 0%. He has nothing left to defend with. So going aggressive with the battery did not work out for him from the start of this race. So it's not going well for him so far. So now Spritzy will be under pressure from Eek. And speaking of under pressure, yeah, Aleski very close to us, Richie, but I think he's out of DRS. No, he barely got it, but still 1 second out. But he will gain that. And Big Poggy's right behind, so that might explain it. And the fight for third place is more exciting than the fight for first right now, as I see the Mighty Fracks are heading into P12 now. But this is very exciting right now, so this is this might get a little bit ugly. Because Big Puggy has to stretch his gap by 3 seconds if he wants to get on the podium, but he needs to get past these two. And look at him, he's very, very close to Atlaski now. Atlaski seems to be struggling. Atlaski's under a lot of pressure now. And Big Puggy might try it. No, he doesn't. Oh, get very close there. A little bit of contact there. I don't know whether Big Puggy has damage, but Big Puggy go down the inside trying to make the move. No, he's not able to. I don't know whether Big Puggy has damage. I think he does. Yes, he does have damage. The understeer is crazy. But he might still be able to challenge Atlaski. Atlaski is actually dropping to behind 1.6, but he'll be struggling. Oh, that's a shame for Big Puggy. He has damage. That is a big shame for him. Oh, it's a big shame for Big Puggy there. He still has DRS though, but it's not going to help him. It's not going to help him fix this damage. But meanwhile, back to the front. This is where the fight's happening. Eek versus Spritzy. This is what. Why did I say Spritzy? Eek versus Old Man. Round 2. It's gonna happen in the. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it will happen for sure. I'm sure of it. But Big Puggy is still going strong, and actually is still close within DRS range of Atlaski. His tyres really must be working, keeping him within that gap, but Atlaski now dropping back a little bit and allowing Richie some breathing room. And oh, eek! Oh, eek! Eek! You just had to eek! Oh, eek! Oh no! Oh, looks like the Old Man might win it. Oh, poor Eek, and that's Big Pug, get out of the way of everyone. Come on, Eek, you gotta make the move now, Eek, you gotta make the move now. There's no point in staying behind, you gotta make the move and try to gap Eek. Come on, Eek, come on, Eek, come on, Eek, come on, Eek, come on, Eek. Still not trying to make the move. Come on, Eek, you gotta make the move now. And that's at the ski. Within DRS range of Richie. And he makes the move. Eek makes the move into P1. I missed that. And let's see. Oh, ST. ST's got even worse for Alfa Romeo. Westy has now spun up at the P6, which is very good for him. But meanwhile, focusing back on the front, could we see Eek gap? Could we see Eek gap Spritzy? Maybe. Maybe not. But Spritzy very rapid through here now. And we'll have DRS on Eek, but let's go to third, battle for third now. And as he has a lot of ERS to use, a lot of ERS to play with, so let's see if he's able to get close enough or get on that curb. So trying to get as close as he can, but still 7-8 attempts behind. Richie not using his ERS, and gap is now 8 attempts currently. Oh, Richie not getting a good exit there. Oh, it might be over for Richie there. Not so sure, but oh, he gets a good exit though. Atlaski doesn't get a good one. Go on, Richie. You got to defend very well, and let's go back on in the lead. And ooh, Spritzy's actually out of the DRS range right now, and Richie's still holding on to the place. So come on, Richie! Come on! Get P3! Come on, Richie! Come on, Richie! Richie! Come on, Richie! You got a fool! You got to do it, Richie! Come on, Richie! Keep it nice and clean, Richie. Let's go to the first battle first right now. Well, Switchy's already in the lead, but I wonder if Eek's able to possibly take the win, maybe, but doesn't look like it, as Swiss has been very cautious and might have already secured this win now, just taking it very cautiously, and yellow flag at the back, and come on, Richie, and that is Roosevelt getting a second time penalty for exceeding track limits, and come on, Richie, you just need 8 tenths, Richie, that's all you need, and you get P3. Focusing on the battle for thirds. Come on, Richie, get a good exit. That's a clean, Richie. Get a good corner. Come on, Richie. Oh, Richie. Oh, very confident on the traction there. So is Atleski. Come on, Richie. Now, this is it. The battle for thirds. Avoid the ERS. Come on, Richie, don't be weaving. Don't weave, Richie. Don't weave, Richie. Don't weave, don't weave, don't weave. And now the inside. Atleski goes down the inside and looks to secure the place. And, oh, Richie trying to get the car back there, but Atleski just blocks it. And looks like Atleski will have the podium place, and I missed it. Switzy wins, but I was focusing too much on this battle, and Richie comes home in P4, Atleski P3, and Squetto P5. Mikel P6, Octavio will be most likely P7. And yeah, Mikel Octavio P7, Goey P8, Westy P9. Yeah, very slow now. I believe that's a big part of the fastest lap. Yeah, he takes it. Takes fastest lap on the last lap, so yeah. Good job from Big Puggy there. And the Mighty Frax actually takes P10 there. Because Big Puggy had a time penalty, so yeah. Spifey P12, Rauchens P13, Smithy P14, Roosevelt will finish P13. I think he's around P15 to round out top 15, and he's out of fuel. It reminds me of what Rick done back in USA. And so well, that was very interesting. And let me try ask if the drivers want to join. And yeah, Spritzy wins. Well, that was an exciting race right there. So, yeah. So, let's take a look at the top 3, and oh, the old man's gonna join. And Spritzy wins, and Eek P2, followed by Atleski in P3, and Richie P4, Squatter P5, Mikel P6, Octavia P7, Goey P8, Westy P9, Myfrax P10, Big Puggy P11, Spifey P12, Rauchers P13, Smithy P14, Roosevelt runs out of fuel and finishes P15. And here's the old man, the winner of the Chinese Grand Prix. Hello, old man, how's it going? I'm doing alright, So, how's the race for you? Let me take a look.
I've done it now.
Alright, so, yeah. How was your race, old man?
For an old man, it wasn't too bad. Started off quite well. Crago's pole position was awesome. He stole that from me. Absolutely stole it. But, yeah, no, it was good, mate. Tried to get past Crago. I knew I'd got good pace on the softs. And then I was going to go to the mediums, which I practiced last night, but it never happened because they just ran out of grip really early compared to yesterday. So I went on to the hards and just hoped for the best. And then, yeah, Eek had so much more pace than me on them hards, mate. Absolutely amazing pace. And if it wasn't for his penalty, I think he would be top step. but I was doing my best to squeeze the ERS as much as I could, defend on the straight, and yeah, good race really, good race, mate.
Yeah, so it's a pretty uneventful race for you, gapping. I believe it was Richie who was in P2 at that time by 2 seconds on lap 1 because Craigo unfortunately spun. So yeah, pretty uneventful for you, right?
Not really, not from where I was.
Yeah, well, not the last laps, but in the beginning and halfway through.
Well, the beginning, I was just trying to pull out a bit of a gap because it looked like everyone else was battling, so I wasn't doing it intentionally. And then the next thing, I'd got a 5-second lead, so I thought, okay, I'll drag these tyres out, but clearly it cost me because that 5-second lead, those tyres were done after probably 6-7 laps, so I did 10 on them last night with Huss, so yeah, very strange, but switch strategy and it was all right after that, and I've got my teammate in my ear shouting at me all the way through as usual.
Oh, well.
But yeah, very good, mate. Thanks for doing comms as well. I'm looking forward to watch that back.
Yeah, no problem. So now we move to Ski, who finished P3. So amazing drive from you. Amazing drive for you. You were last because you had a qualifying ban. So take me through your race.
I mean, I was really lucky with the start. I just had a clean start, and yeah, everybody seemed to drive fairly fair, so I didn't struggle too much to go through the field. Westy was a real opponent, but besides that, I was just real lucky. I almost spun at one point. Somebody bumped me from behind under the virtual safety car, but I caught it and yeah, just kept going.
Yeah, one thing that I did notice was that you're getting very, very close to the curbs. Like, how did you not spin multiple times when you were touching those curbs in sector 2?
I don't know, I just found a good setup and it held with me.
Well, unfortunately for Big Puggy there, I did see you two have contact there.
But I just couldn't go any faster.
Yeah,
That was what it was.
didn't look like it was your fault, just the hard tires weren't,
Yeah.
up to scratch.
I touched Westy like that as well, but it wasn't like intentional. Couldn't keep it any faster.
Well, that was an amazing race, and thank you for you two joining me, and thank you for everyone watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow for mid-gear.
I've
I'll be
got
racing.
one more question.
Go on.
So, knowing your lightning pace on China, Evil, what's your prediction for tomorrow night's race?
I don't have no predictions anymore after what happened in Japan.
Come on, the old man gets his payback tomorrow.
No, I seriously have no predictions because after what happened in Japan, I just can't trust the game. So I'm not making any. I don't have any high hopes tomorrow because anything could happen. Anything could happen.
So whatever happens, it's the game's fault, right?
Well, after what happened in Japan, it's obviously the game's fault.
Okay, mate. Fair play. Well, best of luck anyway.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you everyone for joining us, and goodbye, and we'll see you all tomorrow for mid-gear.